Hey girlies, it's Tammy. So I'm back at you with another video today, and today I am reviewing two new palettes that were sent to me by a brand called Cinema Secrets Pro Cosmetics, and this is what the palette looks like. So there is two. There is one called the Chroma collection, and then the other one is called the Natural collection. So one is all matte and then one is all shimmer. They did launch in May, so they're not like totally new, but they're kind of new-ish. They launched this year anyway. So these retail for $40 each, which is quite a lot of money. $40 each, especially if you can't get a full look out of one palette. It's a lot of money. I would prefer if they were $20 each and then buy them together for maybe $35. That would, you know, that appeals to me a lot better, especially because they're meant to be used together. Okay, so starting with the matte palette, which is called the Natural collection. This is what the palette looks like. So it comes with 5 pans of eyeshadow. You can see the colors through the front of the palette. It says this is made in the USA, which is probably why the price is a bit higher, but let's open this up. Okay, so here is the inside of the palette. As you can see, you get 5 neutral shades. They are on the cooler side of the spectrum in my opinion. You also get a eyeshadow brush, which, I mean, for a $40 palette, this brush is, oh my god, it is prickly. This is not even usable. It's shedding just on my hand from me doing that. It's really prickly. So anyway, here are the eyeshadow shades. My first initial opinion, I wish they were on the warmer side of the spectrum. They are a little cool toned, especially when you compare it to the Chrome Shimmer palette. I'm not quite sure how this is going to turn out because you have warm tone shimmers with cool tone mattes. I'm not quite sure how this is going to go, but we're gonna try. So I have had a little swatch of these shades and they are very pigmented. Let me swatch these ones. Of course, because they are magnetic, you can take them out of the palette. So here we have the first 4 shades. As you can see, for mattes, they are really pigmented. And then here we have the black, which looks absolutely pigmented. I mean, they look very pigmented. I'm just not really happy with the shade selection for my own personal use. These colors just really don't call out to me. I wish this was a warm toned reddish brown, and then I think I'd be all over the palette, but this gray is throwing me off. So I'm gonna go in with the gray first, since I have no real other transition color to work with. This one's too light and then this one's too dark, so I'm gonna have to start with this one. So I'm gonna start blending this through the crease. I have already primed, which I don't know why it is creasing, but I'm just gonna start where, whoa, pigmented. And I don't like gray on myself, so I'm not even trying to use this color too much. Start blending this. I've kind of just put that all over the lid. Okay, and then we're gonna work it up slowly. They seem to be blending really nice. So I'm gonna go in with the deeper, darker brown now to kind of warm things up, hopefully. Whoa. They are so pigmented, but this is a lot deeper than I was expecting. Okay, so the dark brown is also cool toned. I thought it would add some warmth, but we've clearly just got a grey eye going on here. I mean, if you're into cool tones, of course you will love this palette because it is so pigmented. They blend like a dream, but I am really not into cool tones. I kind of feel like those two colors just blended out to a really dark grey. There's no real brown on my crease, not that I can see. Okay, so last but not least, I'm gonna take a dab of the black. Very pigmented, and I'm also gonna dab, whoa. This might just be the most pigmented black I've ever used, like, whoa. Okay, so that is kind of the final look you're gonna get with the matte palette. I did use these 3 shades down here. I'm gonna take a dab of this peachy tone shade and try just run that up here. Yeah, that's still quite cool toned. Okay, so at this point I have gone in with 4 of the eyeshadows and it still kind of looks like a dark grey. I don't think you'll get any other look out of this. Maybe if you went in with the dark brown first, it might not come off as grey, but because I went in with the grey first, it just got darker grey. Like, personally, I'm not a fan of this, only because I am a warm tone girl, like I've said. This is just not up my alley, but in terms of formula, I love the eyeshadow formula. Really easy to blend, super pigmented. You literally need to dab in once or twice and it goes so far. The formula is gorgeous. The shade selection I definitely don't like on my skin tone, but if you are into cool tones, it's definitely worth looking into if you are willing to pay the $40 $5 price tag. Okay, so moving on to the chrome collection, which I have a lot more hope for because the colors are to die for, and the colors are kind of why I wish the matte palette was warm toned, because look at this absolutely stunning palette. They are all kind of foiled, textured, really kind of pressed shimmer pigments, really pigmented. I have had like multiple swatches while this has been sitting in my room because I did get this package quite a while ago. So you get a silver, let me open it up. So once again, you get one of those brushes. Let me see if this one is stiff, because maybe the other palette was, yeah, very prickly, very stiff. I don't know anyone that would use this, no one, especially not pro makeup artists. But in this palette, you get absolutely gorgeous warm tone shimmers. Apart from the silver, of course, everything else is warm tone. You get like a peachy champagne, a yellow gold, a red maroon shimmer, and then a brown shimmer as well. So in my opinion, the two palettes do not go together really well. Like, I wouldn't wear this with the cool tone that I have on my eye right now. I wouldn't wear the yellow gold with the cool tone I have on my eye. So I'm gonna have to go in with the silver. Like I said, I might mix it with a little bit of something else, but I need the silver. So I'm gonna give you swatches first. So I just touched that once. Like, I accidentally touched it with my finger, this one, and look at that. Let me show you. So, do you know what I mean? Let me do it in real life. That one. Very pigmented. And let me give you a swatch. I hope you saw that. And then here we have the other four. So absolutely gorgeous pigmentation, as you can see. Let's give that a swatch. So that is the brown. That is the peachy champagne. Here we have the red copper shade, gorgeous. And then last but not least, yellow gold. They are absolutely stunning. I love the shade selection. I love the way they swatch. They look very reflective and foiled. Absolutely gorgeous eyeshadows. So let's put it on. So I'm gonna use my finger for this, and I'm just gonna begin to... I think my heart just stopped. Whoa, I wasn't ready, and there's still tons of pigment on my finger, so. Okay, and it's still going. I just did my whole two eyes with one dip in. Absolutely hate this eye look. I'm sorry guys, but I am not a cool tone girl at all. The shimmers definitely have my heart. They are gorgeous, pigmented. Wow, I'm in shock right now. I absolutely love it, but then for $40, I better love it. I actually want to take my eye makeup off right now because the matte palette is just a no for me. Let's try this again. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly take the fake Jaclyn palette. I have done a review for this palette. If you have not seen it, I will leave it linked down below and make it pop up in the side of the screen if I remember. But yeah, I'm gonna use this and just take like the warm tone red quickly through my crease. Okay, so now that I'm back in my comfort zone, we can go in with this palette. Now I'm thinking to go in with the bright yellow gold, maybe mix it with the red one as well, because they catch my eye the most in this palette. So I'm gonna start with the yellow gold. Gorgeous. And I'm just gonna, wow, just like the silver. This color, I feel like you have to dig in a lot more than the silver. So the silver is more of a looser pigment than the rest of the eyeshadows, but they're all still pigmented. So I'm also gonna take a dab of the reddish color, and I'm just gonna dab that on top of the yellow. Not too dark. No, I definitely preferred it more yellow, so back in with the yellow gold. Okay, so this is how we are looking so far. I definitely still keep my verdict about the shimmer ones. The shimmers are so pigmented, gorgeous shade selection, definitely worth it. I don't know if it's worth $40 though. I would say maybe cap it at 30, 35. I don't know, 40 just sounds a bit too much for five 5 eyeshadows. It just sounds like a lot of money, so I'm not too sure on that, but they are really good quality. If you are looking into them and you are willing to spend the money, they are good quality. Okay, so I'm going to complete the rest of my face off camera and then I'll come back to give you guys my final thoughts on the palettes. Okay girlies, and I'm back. So this is how the look has turned out. I hope you like it. I did use some of the black from the matte palette on my outer V to kind of like complete the look. So let me give you my final thoughts on these palettes. So first of all, the matte palette, since that is the first one we used, I'm gonna give it a thumbs down just because of the color selection. The formula is absolutely gorgeous. They blend really well. They are very pigmented. Like, I had no problems using the colors. It's the actual colors themselves that I'm not a fan of. So maybe if they have a warm collection, I might like it even more, but as far as I know, these are the only 2 that come in this kind of collection. So the Chrome collection is definitely a huge big thumbs up. Just a tiny bit of like a because of the price. I would kind of cap a £5, not $5, a £5 eyeshadow. I would kind of cap it at 30 because at the end of the day there's only 5 colors and you can't get a full complete look out of just the Shimmer palette. Why can I not talk today? So I hope you enjoyed today's video girlies. If you did, please go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. It will mean a lot to me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.